Hello wrestling fans, the Wrestling Wizard here and welcome to another video. Now as you're already aware, there's going to be a new Bray Wyatt documentary. April the 1st on Peacock. It is going to be emotional. And if I'm being completely honest, I didn't do a video on this, reacting to this soon to the time this was announced, mainly because I feel really emotional about it. I feel quite torn about it, to be honest with you. I don't think I'm ready to see this. If you followed this channel for a while, you'll know that I was a huge Bray Wyatt fan. The most content we put on this channel was in regards to Bray Wyatt. We had theories, we had all our wildest ideas when it came to the Bray Wyatt creative genius. And sadly, that will never be. But Bray Wyatt lives on. Bray Wyatt is forever. And us Fireflies will always light the way. And watching this documentary, in a way, we can celebrate and honour the legacy of the late, great Bray Wyatt, aka Wyndham Rotunda, the man that created all of this. And I've had a few questions in regards to some images that have popped up in regards to this documentary. I've been tagged a lot, so I thought I'd react. But one thing I will say is this is all just speculation. This is all theory. We're going to find out the truth in the documentary. We're going to get a lot of behind the scenes images and interviews and insights, peeling away the curtain, peeling away the kayfabe, where we may find out what was potentially meant to be that we never got to see. Sadly, we never got to see the ending of Bray Wyatt's story. More genius that he was going to give us, more smiles that he was going to give us along the way. We're never going to see that, and that is really, really sad. But we can speculate and we can come up with our own theories as to what we thought was going to happen. Now, I'm not going to sound like a broken record. You can go back and watch some of my previous videos way back when. I'm going to give a link to one video specifically. Just going to pop it up there for you now that you can go and check it out if you want to watch that theory video. But if you look at that promo heading in to WrestleMania 39, it seemed like there were a lot of Fiend hints. And that Firefly Funhouse was opened. It was darker than ever, and something was chasing poor Rambling Rabbit, and some screaming lady that was in there as well. Was that Bliss? Who knows? We saw two action figures. I'm sure that was Bliss playing with those. Maybe that was to symbolise the Fiend and the Fiend evolved version of the Fiend. Maybe this was Bray Wyatt rewriting the ending of his story in regards to the Fiend and WrestleMania 37. We'll never know, but if we look at these recent images that have popped up in teaser for the documentary, it certainly appears that that was supposed to be an evolved version of the Fiend that we never got to see. Now, I believe that was going to be debuted in 2023 at WrestleMania 39. Bray Wyatt, of course, was teasing that secret. Can you keep a secret and all that? I believe that secret being the return of the Fiend, a reunion with Alexa Bliss and the Fiend at Mania. Again, we will never know whether that was the truth, but it certainly appears via these images that it's more than likely. You look at the lantern, that was the previous version of the Fiend. If we look at the previous version of the Fiend, you had the previous version of Bray Wyatt as a lantern, so it seems like some form of evolution. Also, if you pay attention to the right hand, the hurt glove, you can see this claw as well. And this could have been genius from Bray Wyatt and Jason Baker in WWE, because Bray Wyatt did actually break a finger, I believe, sometime around 2023, 2022, maybe the back of. So maybe they improvised and then just thought, hang on, we could keep this long term and this could be like a badass version of the mandible claw with this claw. Like, that's pretty damn cool, isn't it? And remember when Bray Wyatt attacked that cameraman and we sworn that he shouted, "Let me in," when he was attacking that cameraman. Like, I believe this is all leading to this version of the Fiend, an updated attire. And look at the mouth, for the stitching around the mouth as well. What the blooming hell is this version of the Fiend eating? Like, what was going on the darker side of the Firefly Funhouse? Again, we will never know, but it certainly feels like this was a refresh for the Fiend. It made sense from a merchandise standpoint, and just look at that version of the Fiend. It's absolutely terrifying. Maybe this is a combination of all the versions of the puppets within the Firefly Funhouse as one. It certainly looks, especially around the mouth area, very pig-like, very sort of Huskus-like around that area as well. Those teeth are absolutely terrifying, yellow as you like absolutely awesome. Even though in kayfabe interviews, Bray Wyatt said that The Fiend had died, I believe he was referring to the version of The Fiend we saw at WrestleMania 37 died on that day, but this evolved version of The Fiend was back. 3 faces of Foley type gimmick, with Bray Wyatt being Uncle Howdy, the Puppet Master, the Ghost in the Machine, also being the Eater of Worlds version of Bray, and of course The Fiend. And that would have kept it fresh, and many of us fans believe that that's the way The Fiend should have been booked, sparingly as a special attraction type gimmick that we only see maybe at PLEs. Keep it fresh, keep it new, and I believe that is the version that would have gone forward. But what do you think? Get down in the comment section, share your thoughts and opinions. What do you think that was supposed to be? Would you think that was the burnt version of The Fiend, another version they never used? Or was this version too scary to be used as the original version of The Fiend? We'll never know. And of course, question marks come up surrounding Bo Dallas. My heart goes out to Bray's family and Bo Dallas, like, still to this day, like, what must they be feeling like for people to be talking about a return? Even at this stage, I kind of feel like it's too early. Bo will make that decision whether it's right, but I'd feel like he'd want to honour the legacy of his brother, and I feel like his brother would want him to do that also. Alexa Bliss, the same goes for her. Braun Strowman as well. I do believe that Alexa and Bray Wyatt, specifically The Fiend, would have reunited at WrestleMania 39, so if they had plans in the works, should I say, for that to happen, then they can bring back Alexa Bliss in a darker type gimmick. WWE is certainly missing the supernatural darker gimmicks, and only time can tell. And of course, it's got to be in good taste whether this is something we'll see in the future. We'll have to wait and see, but absolutely buzzing. Do hope this goes to the WWE network, otherwise I will be absolutely devastated. Of course, being in the UK, we really hope we get that. Let me know in the comments section whether it is going to go to the WWE network, because I'm still not sure. We'll have to wait and see. Next video that is going to come up is going to be in regards to the main event of WrestleMania 40. I've got so many theories and scenarios that could potentially play out. Again, join the conversation when we get to that. But I thought it was only appropriate as a Firefly to talk about just briefly this documentary, what it means to me as a fan, and of course what it means to you. Thank you so much for watching the video. As always, it'd be very much appreciated if you could like the video, share the video, and even better, subscribe if you're new. Catch you in the next one.